Mega Man Legends is the first entry of the Mega Man Legends series and the beginning of the third Mega Man sub-series. Unlike the classic and X series before it, it follows the action-adventure route similar to the Legend of Zelda and Ys series. It follows the adventures of Mega Man Vault Knight, although the Mega Man part is a mistranslation due to Capcom USA used to changing the title Rockman to Mega Man, but in this case he's just called Rock, which technically is an actual English given name in the Japanese version, and they still call him Mega Man. So I'll call him Rock throughout the review for the heck of it, and not to accidentally call SNK's Rock Howard as Mega Man Howard. Rock and the other characters of the Legend series were so popular back at the time when the game was released for the PS1 in '97 and the N64 and PC 3 years later. Despite the fact the game didn't sell very well, they would appear and sometimes cameo in other Capcom titles and even have appeared in 2 crossovers with Namco Bandai, Rock, Roll, and Tron, and the Surfbots in Namco Cross Capcom, which I might review at some point. Tron and Surfbots alongside X and Zero in a very paradoxical situation in Project Cross Zone, which I would need a capture card for the new 3DS in order to make a review. Rock himself also appeared alongside his fellow Mega Man in Super Smash Bros. 4 and by himself in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Taking place in the far-off future of the Mega Man series, the world is a different place when compared to ZX's time period, as there are ruins all over the world, and the cities and towns are quite small, and there are treasure hunters called diggers and pirates traveling all over the world looking for adventure and treasure in the ruins. Rock Vault Knight is one such digger, as he, his adopted grandfather / father figure Dr. Bell Casket, Bell's granddaughter Ro, and Rock's robo-monkey Data were stranded on Cadillacs Island after recovering a refractor from an underground ruin. They met the citizens of Cadillacs as the mayor / governor of the island happens to be a pupil of Dr. Casket, and ended up being involved with defending the city from the Bond pirates. After Rock helped defend the city, the mayor / governor asked Rock to stop the Bonds from getting the keys to the main gate ruins found on the island, as well as solving the mystery of said ruins. So Rock, along with the help of Bo and Data, started their adventure on Cadillac. As mentioned before, Mega Man Legends is an action-adventure game similar to the Legend of Zelda and Ys series. However, the differences between them is quite noticeable, as Rock is using the Mega Buster instead of a sword, can jump like Link in Adventures of Link and Breath of the Wild, and Adele from Ys 3 onwards. He has 2 different ways to lock on target, the mobile semi-lock-on and the immobile full lock-on, and he can dash after creating equipment from items he finds in the city and giving them to Road to make said equipment. Since the game takes place on the island, there are ruins throughout the island which are technically dungeons of the series and are divided into 3 categories, with the mostly optional portals, the story relevant subgates, and the main gate. All of them are filled with enemies called Weaverbots, which came in different shapes and sizes, and then later on you'll find that they're all connected, so you can actually find a way back to the city from one end of the island. There's also another way to travel around the island, which is by using a spotter car, which Ro had salvaged early in the game, and coincidentally is where you can have equipment made by gathering items which seem like they can be sold for cash. The equipment themselves range from special weapons which can be upgraded further to help take down weapons and tougher Weaverbots, to Buster Pods, which makes the Mega Buster more powerful and have more range, shoot more pellets, or fire more rapidly. Also, like an RPG, Rock can equip armor to help take more damage and reduce knockbacks from enemy fire and physical attacks. Obtaining money from destroying Weaverbots, searching various containers in the city and ruins, and stores where you can buy armor, buster parts, and health upgrades. The side quests of Legends are also enjoyable, as you can start them at any point of the game, and they usually give you equipment parts, so you can make more sub-weapons or buster parts. The boss fights are also enjoyable. They are actually pushovers once you know the right equipment to use on. Mega Man Legends is one of the best, though unorthodox, Mega Man titles out there. It has action, adventure, and comedy similar in tone to the classic series, as well as memorable characters who later appeared in the sequel. The ruins themselves, however, are a bit on the easy side since you know what equipment and busters to Buster parts to bring in, but nonetheless are fun to explore. The Brown Pirates, despite being the villains of the game, are quite lovable due to not-so-evil behavior and tendency of being unlucky for most of the game. Makes me feel sorry for them. I recommend this game to action-adventure fans, Mega Man fans who are following in the classic timeline, and Mega Man fans in general.